Hello.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now he'll run. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
That's taken in by Dotson.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Barkley. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 4th down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, KC.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. About 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Getting closer, guys, getting closer.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now, Mahomes. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put Kelce in motion. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. To the goal line and in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point.
I'll be taking it.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is not going to come close to fooling anyone. Hard to believe they thought that would work. It didn't, and they get nothing on the extra point. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Into space.
अरे भाई
And he will score.
क्या मिस किया मैं
A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And they'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Chiefs offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the Mahomes back. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on second down.
Holy shit! हाँ गिरा दिया
Very quick throw
भाई,
there,
गिरा
but
दिया।
not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
वहीं से इनके पास चली जाती है।
There's only a handful of
बस काम
guys
खत्म
in the
हो
league
रहा
who
है।
legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
On fourth down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. First and 10.
डेड बॉल कर दी, वन टॉप में उठा लेता काश।
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end. So after one here in Super Bowl 59, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. More from New Orleans after this.
आप throw हो जाते
A
हैं।
pistol snap back to Hurts.
बोला ना
And he's
throw
going to
हो
run
जाते
out
हैं।
of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
On second down, Hurts. He'll
What?
tuck it and take off.
मैं क्या
And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
A throw on the move is caught. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run up the middle with Barkley. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. That's picked up by the Chiefs. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
भाई
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Patrick to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Reed Blankenship had the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play.
I think the biggest issue and why they find them trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency this game out?
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And this play going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Third and long. Here's Mahomes.
अरे क्यों कूदा भाई
And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a look...
Now how about this? It's a fake. And this cannot be what they were hoping for. What a disaster. Hunter definitely in harm's way. They get nothing out of it and turn the ball over on downs.
First off, let's give him a little credit here for at least completing the pass. But if you're going to run a fake, at least throw the ball past the yard to gain. I mean, it took a little...
Need to learn a lot, guys.
and they can't move the chains.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He finds Devontae Smith. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. So got it, the tight end comes in motion. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's going to have the Eagles first down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Hurts now. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities. And they're not.
And he'll take it on in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. throwing again. It's Mahomes. That one taken in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will cut the deficit down to time. Coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Taking off. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first half lead into the locker room. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you two in just a moment.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And not the best of returns. He'll dive to the ground and just give himself up. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And we show you huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Long pass.
Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. And in motion is Brown. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's taken in by Brown.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
From out of the gun, and they give it to Barkley. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. That is hard! And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Hopkins sent in motion. And he's in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Butker now for the point after. Now it's a fake. They'll flip it to the kicker. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Dotson, the man in motion. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. A pass caught by Saquon.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On third down, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now an injured player on the field, and that's the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who is shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Pickett to throw on first down. This one into the hands of Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Mike Dana shuts that one down. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun is Pickett. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Chiefs offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Mahomes. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And he's got another. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC.
Guys,
That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single game NFL record.
Let's go, NFL record it.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. Man in motion is Brown. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5. Again, they will try for 2. This time, it comes from the 7-yard line. A handoff to Pacheco.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. He runs with it. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. One quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi. After this.
3 minutes और hold करना है उनको. Let's go. Easy. Let's skip it. Let's cover for drop.
A 2nd down throw for Pickett. Now he takes off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take...
And he will score! Game on! Dallas Goedert! Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man is Hopkins.
Red
He's close
line.
to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Man in motion is Brown. Mahomes now to throw on second down. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they contain him. He's into the end zone yet again. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
एक सवाल है, शुड आई फेक इट और शुड आई गो फॉर अ पॉइंट? अभी 4 राउंड बाकी है, 4.41। हाँ, फेक कर सकता हूँ, आई कैन ट्राई, और आई कैन टेक अ 1 पॉइंट का लीड अहेड। शुड आई फेक इट? शुड आई गो फॉर इट?
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Yeah.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Britton Covey now on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to come back out.
अभी ये चीज़ अभी समझ में आई, जाके करना है क्या एग्जैक्टली हमको। सही है, जस्ट स्टार्टेड प्लेइंग, तो इतना तो समझ में चलता है। आई कैन गेट दैट। Slowly and steadily I'll be learning the game, basically. If anyone new to the stream, do like and subscribe, guys.
This next possession, they'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. And 4. Man in motion is Brown. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He'll get this out wide. And And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
अरे भाई
He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
करना ही पड़ेगा सिर्फ एक राउंड की लीड है
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield